Hello, how are y'all today? Hello, hi. Hey, dobro jutro. Hello, hi. I'm doing all right, thank you, Michelle. Last night really drained me, I'm not gonna lie. Had some crazy dreams, so it's a good subject, I guess. Is anybody watching the Super Bowl tonight? Hello. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a really good discussion. The last discussion we had was really good too, so I feel like it's gonna be a good one too. Because I know there's a lot of people have questions about 5D communication, what it means, dream interpretation, and things like that. So I think having a discussion really is going to kind of help us all come to a better understanding of what we're seeing. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep, I'm Eastern Standard Time, so yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, let a couple more people show up. I know I said noon, but I kind of did a little bit after. I was really hungry, so I had to eat something. I'm sorry. Interesting, Bonita. Hmm. So, I mean, we can go ahead and get started. Yeah, it does. It helps you stay grounded for sure. So, does anybody have any questions about 5D communication they'd like to start off with, or any observations or anything like that? And just kind of open it up. Yeah, snake. Yeah, usually the Kundalini is represented by the snake or the serpent. Don't forget to like, guys, if you don't mind. Hi, Tracy. It's nice to see you. How do you know if the DM or DF? It really depends on the energy that you embody for the most part. Honestly, we all switch back and forth. It's just the energy that you naturally embody. Um, I feel like a lot of divine masculines are in feminine energy right now, which would explain some of the emotions that are coming up for them. Signs of 5D communication can really range. There's a lot of things that can be considered 5D communication. I think the main one that people think about when they think of 5D communication is they think of telepathy. Um, but there's also dreams, astral travel. Anytime you feel an emotion from your counterpart that is not yours, that's 5D communication. Visions, song messages, depending on the situation. Like song messages, like if you hear a particular song in your head, maybe it's not something that you normally would listen to, or it just kind of comes out of nowhere. That's kind of like a message, right? No, I actually feel that dreams and 5D communication are one and the same. I mean, when you're asleep, you are basically in that astral space. Like when you're dreaming or when you're seeing things in your dreams, you're in that astral space. That's where a lot of messages come through, and that's actually That is actually how my divine masculine communicates with me mostly is through dreams. Um, Especially when we're not in 3D communication. When we're not in 3D communication, the dreams pick up and they're very, very vivid. It depends, Michelle. You can't have dreams. It's like feeling them. Like when you can literally feel them around you, you feel their energy. It's like they're sitting next to you when they're not. Um, a lot of times, and I've had people tell me this too. Like sometimes, like if you don't remember your dream, you still remember your counterpart's presence being there, and it's like they're still there when you wake up. So really, it's really the energy that you're feeling when you're feeling it from your counterpart. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. That's like astral travel. That's literally like you're coming together in that 5D space. Hi, Queen, how are you? So yeah, so like when it feels real, like I think I discussed this on the last live thing, like, the first time I've ever had an astral experience was after I met my twin. It was after separation happened, or well, we've had several, but the second separation last year. And it was ridiculous. Like it kind of freaked me out because I could he was there, like he was there. I could touch him, I could feel him, I could hear him, I could smell him. It was bizarre. I'd never had an experience like that before, and I get those fairly regularly now. So I feel like I'm pretty sure he knows he can do it at this point because it's pretty much every night. I don't think there's a night go by that goes by anymore that he's not somehow represented in my dreams. And it's a lot of times we don't even talk. It's like he's just there. Or there have been a couple of dreams I've had where I'm running and he's chasing me, which is really weird. I've had dreams where he's yelling at me. Like I had a period. Let's say it was in probably in August. I had a period of time, maybe about 2 weeks, where it was like almost every single dream I had, he was lashing out at me. He was yelling at me. He was angry with me, basically projecting all of his insecurities on me. And I'm gonna share a dream that was incredibly intense. I'm not gonna share too many details, but just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about, because some of the dreams have been incredibly disturbing. So like it was in August, and it was right after I had actually created and uploaded a private video to send to my divine counterpart, explaining the connection and everything that I had been going through. Because to be quite honest, it the awakening itself, like it literally destroyed me. Like I literally thought I was going crazy. I thought I was losing my mind. I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know. And so when I started realizing all of these things, and then I started feeling what he was feeling, and then realizing I was feeling what he was feeling and not what I was feeling, and that really freaked me out. And so I reached out to him. I sent him a video. It took him a month to watch it, but he did watch it eventually. But the night of the day that I sent him that video, I had a dream. We were in his house. I know it wasn't mine. And here's the thing is I've never been to his house. And honestly, until recently, didn't even know exactly where he lived. And so that was confirming enough for me. So I've actually seen the inside of his house, even though I've never been there, if that makes any sense. Anyway, we were in his house. We were on the couch. Things were harmonious. And then all of a sudden, it was like he woke up in the dream. Like he woke up in the dream, looked at me and said, "What are you doing here?" It's not funny. I'm sorry. He was like, "What are you doing here? Um, how do you know so much? Why are you here? What is happening?" And so then I became lucid in the dream. So we were both lucid in the dream. And I looked at him and I said, "It's going to be okay. It's just a dream. It's fine. Don't worry about it." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. This is not a dream. This is not a dream. What is happening?" Like he was literally freaking out. He got up off of the couch, went to the other side of the room, and was like holding his head, like shaking his head, going like, you know, and I'm trying to comfort him, like, what? It's okay. It's going to be fine. He's like, "No, no, no, no. It's not going to be fine. Get out of my head. Get out of my head." And he started freaking out. And then all of a sudden, he became like his child self. And like all of these shadows, these demons were just coming out of him and like coming through the house and just like going around the house. And I felt so overwhelmed by it. I was absolutely terrified. I had to leave. I had to leave the house. So that's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. It's just stuff like that. I see some pretty disturbing things. I'm not going to lie. I mean, everybody dreams, Michael. It's just that you may not remember it. If you have trouble remembering your dreams, I mean, you might, I don't know if you're on any medications, really any sort of medications or substance can actually block REM. So keep that in mind. But if you're having trouble remembering your dreams, I would recommend keeping a dream journal. Keeping a dream journal, and then as soon as you wake up, writing down what you remember, because as you go through the day, you're going to lose it, okay? Jessica, are you talking about prophetic dreams? Because, I mean, yes, but keep in mind, just because you're having prophetic dreams, it doesn't mean that that's going to happen. You can change your trajectory. You can make different choices. You can change your timeline. So it may just be a flash of something that may happen, that is possible, or it could just be some sort of metaphor. The best thing to do is to meditate on it. Okay, and then let your inner guidance and it will come to you. Sometimes it comes out of nowhere. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 days later, and then you'll just have an epiphany. You're like, "Oh my God, that's what that meant." That's why I recommend writing it down, because then you can go back and reference it later. Yeah, my DM likes to do other things before going to sleep. Yeah, Jessica, definitely. Very few dreams is he talking to me. But like I said, I had like this period, it was like a week or two, where it was like every single dream he was just yelling at me. Just angry, just so angry. And then it was like finally one last dream where he was doing that, and we finally actually had a conversation. And then thereafter, the dreams were much more harmonious. It was more like we were just in each other's company. We were just around each other, like feeling our energies. Like there was like no talking, just sitting there, right? And then there are some times where we actually interact. We actually there are messages that come through. Sometimes he tells me things. He shows me things. Sometimes he's just there. It's like he's there for comfort. Why do they chase the DF with fear? Well, honestly, some of them don't realize that they're doing that. Some of them don't. Like the fear that's coming in is mainly the death of the ego. They're losing everything that they know. They've been programmed their entire life to believe certain things. And so when that sort of thing kind of crashes down around them, it's terrifying. They literally lose their footing, and it's like they're being forced to trust their intuition, right? So I don't think they're meaning to chase the divine feminine with fear necessarily. It's like they're just not really quite sure what's happening. So they're sending that fear, and a lot of them don't realize they're sending that fear. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, Anna. No, Brittany, no, no, you're absolutely right. That is a thing, okay? And that a lot of that is where a lot of my past life stuff comes in. Where it's like I am me. I'm me. I am seeing through my eyes. I am me, but it's a different setting. A lot of times it's a different time period, and I'm interacting with someone who feels like my DM but does not look like him. And I've had, dreams where I looked in the mirror and I don't look like me, but I am me. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. T Funk All Star Johnson. I'm just gonna call you T Johnson because it's just yeah. Um, but yeah, past lives definitely. So I'm just going through, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Lucid dreaming. Okay, so lucid dreaming is when you are in the dream state and you actually are conscious that you are dreaming. Okay, which means you can control that dream. I've had these a lot. Like lucid dreaming is actually really fun because there have been dreams where I didn't like the outcome, so I rewound it and I went back and did it again and had the outcome that I wanted. It was like I got to a point where I was like, wait a minute, this is a dream. And I know this is a dream. So you know what? I don't like the way this is going. So I'm going to backtrack here. I'm going to start from this point and I'm going to go in a different direction. Yeah, lucid dreaming is awesome. Um, and once you like grasp the concept of it and how to do it, it's actually you can do it on command. There's actually a lot of information on lucid dreaming, so I definitely recommend just doing some research on it and doing some meditations. You're always chasing your masculine in the dream. That's interesting. Well, you may be. I don't know if you are chasing. You might be. I mean, you can chase in the 5D. If you're over manifesting, it can actually trigger the same runner response. Honestly, I don't have those dreams. Realistically, I'm never chasing my divine masculine in my dreams. He's usually either chasing me or we're in a mutual space. Yeah, a lot of divine masculines are working on themselves right now. Massive awakenings happening, believe it or not. Huh, that's interesting. It skipped. Okay. Yeah, is it Viva? Yes. That is a thing. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever had like conversations with yourself in your head, and you can usually tell when it's you or when you're like, sometimes it makes you feel crazy because you're literally talking to yourself in your head, right? But when the answers come and you're not even thinking about the answers and they just come to you, you're actually communicating with your twin. Okay. Now, everybody experiences telepathy differently. Some people actually have full on like telepathy. Some people, it's like one twin will think something and the other twin will do it. That's telepathy. Also, telepathy can be a feeling. So, if like, let's say you're in the same room with your divine masculine and he is in a really crappy mood, you are fine and you walked in the door and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh crap. That's kind of a form of telepathy. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, my divine masculine, I have a very strong psychic connection. There were times I legit could not be in the same room as him at all. Because it was just there's too much coming at me and I couldn't guard myself and I was like, nope, not even going near that room, not going in there. Just gonna just keep doing what I'm doing and go about my day, right? Hi Tracy. Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, happens to me all the time. Like you want so bad. You want so bad for this to not be real sometimes, legit. Like, and I had this epiphany the other night, just how real this crap is. And it was Charlotte. I was talking to Charlotte earlier. She was like, yeah, it's like, this stuff is just too weird to not be real. And it's true. It's true. Especially with the dreams. Like, because I've always had very vivid dreams. I've had prophetic dreams. I've had, um, recurring dreams. I have had continuation dreams before, but not like what I have with since my awakening. Like I legit thought I was just crazy. Like it was just every single night, and there were nights where I would dream like he would be there in my dream. I would wake up, I would go back to sleep, he would come back. I would wake up again, go to sleep, and he would come back. I'm talking like 3 or 4 times in one night, like driving me absolutely insane. And so it's like you want it to not be real so much and you want to disconnect from it, but something just pulls you right back. Yeah, charm, definitely. Well, I mean, I've never had that experience in the 3D, but in the 5D, that has happened. I've woken up in the middle of the night and it's just like, whoa. Yeah, lucid dreaming is awesome. Okay, separating his energy from yours. I actually talked about this on my collective this morning. I would highly recommend doing some meditations and calling in your twin's energy and seeing if you can feel the difference between your energy and their energy, okay? Cuz even though you're the same soul vibration, the energy is just going to be slightly different. You should be able to discern which energy you're tapping into, okay? Yes, happy palindrome day. Yeah, Jessica, that's interesting. And I talked about this on my last live too. I actually I actually met my counterpart in a dream when I was 14. Didn't know who he was. I didn't meet him until I was yeah. Oh crap. I don't even know. 32? I think it was 32. So like almost 20 years later. And I was just like, why is this energy so familiar? It was really weird. It was bizarre. I mean, I kind of blocked it off to be quite honest. We didn't really talk that much until later on, but it was weird. And I thought it was I thought it was just something funny, until later. Um, no, and that has Amber. You know what? That's fine. If we're crazy, we're all crazy together. And you know what? I have great company, so that's all that matters. Okay. But no, you're not crazy. We're all going through this, man. A lot of us are going through this right now. Yeah, Michelle, definitely. It's like you'll put that energy out there. You're like, okay, a confirmation. I need confirmation. I need a sign, and then boom, it's like, oh my gosh, It's like you're in this energy of doubt. You're like, okay, well, it's so weird. Like you get the confirmations constantly, you get the signs constantly, but still there's like this little voice just like, yeah, you're crazy, blah blah blah. And then you start questioning it, and then you get another sign, and you're like, all right, I surrender, I give up, I'm done, right? Yeah, Nikki, I never dreams that he's running from me necessarily, but that he's angry with me. But in reality, he's angry with himself and he's projecting. There's actually a dream that I'm not gonna lie, I called him out on it. Like he was yelling at me. It was like it was that same week I was talking about. I had that couple of weeks where he was like every single dream that I had, he was just angry. And it was one where he was like coming at me with all of these things, about all the reasons that um basically I'm not who I say I am and blah 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 and all of these things that he was spitting. He was basically insulting me. He was literally insulting me, which he's never done in the 3D ever, but he was insulting me. And I just looked at him. I'm like, you do realize you're projecting your insecurities onto me, right? You need to look in the mirror. You need to look at yourself because this doesn't phase me. I know who I am. And I told him, I said specifically in that dream, I said, you are in denial right now. And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, yeah. So, uh, yeah, actually, Anna, I actually talk in my sleep as well. I have full-on conversations in my sleep with people, and I don't remember them. I used to sleepwalk when I was younger. My sister tells me this story when she was like, I don't know, 10 or something like that. And see, at the time, that time, I was like from about 12 to 15. I went through a really rough patch, and I was having a lot of really, really weird dreams too. And that's when my divine masculine showed up. And there was one night apparently that I walked into her room, opened the door, and just stood there. And she got really freaked out, and I just closed the door, turned around, went back to bed. And I don't remember. I've also apparently changed my sheets in the middle of the night and I don't remember. So um I know I question my sanity all the time, but then I get confirmation that I'm not crazy. So it's funny. If the couple dances and run, I don't know. Charm, you know what? That's a really good question. I'm going to say not necessarily exactly the same, but I feel like it might be some either it if they're actually supposed to be there to help you in your mission, it may actually be something that's complementary to your gifts, if that makes sense. But it could be similar, yes. And divine masculine, they are natural. A lot of them are natural empaths. They are mediums. A lot of them have probably had some really, really crazy experiences growing up that they were told to disregard. In an Asian act. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's a really interesting question, AMC, because uh I'm not going to go into it necessarily, but yes, I have a male side as well. I actually have in general a very male personality. In fact, a lot of people thought that I was same-sex oriented, and I'm not. But maybe your higher self is a guy, yeah. If you're a divine masculine, your higher self may be a male. I'm actually not. I am actually not a divine masculine. I'm a divine feminine. Yeah, CPN, that's interesting. See, I've actually heard a lot of people who have actually they were together with their twin flame the entire time and didn't even realize it until after the separation. But that was the point of the separation, was to trigger you, right? And that's why it's like important when we talk about union, okay? So you can be living with your person. You can be married to your person and not be in union. Union is the merging of the 5D and the 3D. So if you're only together in the 3D and there is no realization of the 5D, maybe it's there but you didn't realize what it was, and so that's why separation came in, was for you to awaken to that. If you're not actually conscious of everything, it's not really union, right? Skipped. Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up, guys. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, okay? If I miss you, I apologize. Oh, wow, Amanda, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Legit, like a lot of stuff comes through in dreams, guys. A lot of insecurities come through. You sleep with your eyes open? That's interesting. Kind of a confirmations you get of not being crazy. Other people will say the same thing, or I'll be thinking something and then somebody will actually say it, or I'll get a song message, or I'll get an actual um um like a synchronicity and that sort of thing. Yes, I have had sleep paralysis. It's horrible. Well, hello, Billy. Yes, no, I've had sleep paralysis. It's horrible. I've had it since I was younger. Um, I get a lot of really weird visions with it. Yes. Um, I don't like it. In fact, I'm not entirely convinced that it's actually a good thing. And I haven't had one in probably about 3 years, thank God. Um, I don't like sleep paralysis at all. And when I feel it coming, which sometimes I do, it's almost akin to lucid dreaming, because those who don't know what sleep paralysis is or have never actually experienced it, you're basically, when you fall asleep, your body literally shuts down. You go into paralysis, okay? And the reason you do this is because the brain activity that's happening when you're dreaming, it's to prevent you from actually getting up and hurting yourself, lashing around, whatever it is, because it's all happening in here. Right? I mean, sleepwalking basically is like where sleep paralysis doesn't work. So, um, so like when we think sleep paralysis, you're basically, what's happening is you're in between conscious and asleep. So it's like your body is still in that paralysis state from when you are asleep, but your brain is half awake. You're half awake. So you actually start seeing stuff in front of you and you can't move. You cannot control your body at all. You can't scream, you can't talk, you can't nothing. And so sometimes I've had really disturbing experiences where I literally had somebody in a hoodie. I thought it was my husband, but it wasn't. He wasn't home at the time. I was by myself, okay? Me and two cats. And like I had opened my eyes in my room. I look, somebody was coming through the door in his hoodie, but there was no face. There was no face. So I was like, get out of this, get out of this, get out of this. And I was just like, I'm out, I'm up. It was terrifying. It's terrifying. Yes, Jessica, it's terrifying. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure my DM is not sleeping well either. I did not skip your hello, Billy. I am going back and checking to make sure that I did not miss any questions. So I apologize. I actually said hello to you. Nikki. Yeah, yeah, everybody for some reason, Michelle, I've people think that I'm a lesbian and I don't, it's fine. I don't care really. I'm not, but it's fine. That's interesting, Amber. Huh. Who's been in your dreams, Katie? I'm curious because I have had dreams where I've connected with other people. In fact, the other night, Raquel, Jupiter 1111 was in my dream. It was weird. I've actually had Charlotte come to me in dreams before and give me advice. Yeah. Yeah, the telepathic and the psychic communication is very, very interesting. Yes, Amanda, yes, it does. It feels like a demon's coming inside you. It's really weird. I don't like it. You have to like, yeah, wiggle your toes. You have to like wiggle something to get yourself awake. It's horrible. I'm sorry, guys. It keeps skipping. So, wow. Maybe CPN. I don't know. Hmm. Whoa. Why do they reach out during medication? Well, I mean, if you think about it, when you're in meditation, you're in a theta state. You're in the same state um, that you're in when you're sleeping. Okay. So if you think about the visions that you have when you're sleeping, the dreams that you have and things like that, you're basically putting yourself in that state when you're in meditation. So that's why, things come through. That's why you get visions, and sometimes you get drained depending on the situation. But sometimes they do reach out during meditation because that's how they reach out to you. That's the 5D. That's 5D communication. Okay. Yes, you can feel your divine masculine's energy even without sleeping. I feel my divine masculine's energy all the time. Oh, really, Billy? How old are you? Just curious. Thank you, Nomo. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know this sounds really weird. I was not attractive when I was younger at all. I was a tomboy. I didn't wear makeup. I mean, I was usually the only girl in a group of guys because I got along better with guys than I did with chicks. Like I wore hoodies. You remember Jinko pants? I wore the big giant Jinko pants with the giant pockets. I could like, put my textbooks in my pocket. So I find that funny. Yeah, no, I was not attractive. I was not attractive when I was younger at all. Hey, as long as I'm giving you advice, Katie, that's all I'm at. That's all that matters. If it's comforting to you that I'm there, I'm glad to be there. That's interesting. Wanna be? Michelle, nice. Yes, zip it or chemical chaos. Yeah, see, Amanda, that's really interesting that you say that. Okay, so when like I said, uh, very male personality. I was in my masculine energy for a very long time, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that I didn't like to feel. I'm a very sensitive person, always been a very sensitive person, and I got to the point where I didn't like feeling that. So I learned over time to turn off my emotions, which is actually a very masculine thing to do. So I've been in my masculine energy for probably 20 years. And then when I met my divine masculine, at first it started very, very slowly. I started switching roles. I started switching into more of a feminine energy. Really, really weird, right? So it like triggered a role reversal in me. So it's like he brought out the femininity in me, which is really bizarre. Focusing on them like, uh, okay, so you can over manifest for sure, and that is a lot like chasing. It does trigger the same response. Okay, so if you if you're manifesting the connection all the time, they can feel that and it can actually repel them. I mean, but sending them energy, sending them healing is totally fine. That's not, as long as it doesn't drain you, that's fine. Oh, thank you, Samar. I appreciate that. Oh, 43. Okay. I was just curious. Yeah, that's exactly surrendering and releasing expectations. Jinkos! I love my Jinkos. I actually still have them. I think I still have 2 or 3 pairs at my parents' house. Are they trying to bring Jinkos back? Yes, because I still have mine. I still have mine. They're probably too big for me now because, to be quite honest, CPN, I wouldn't say I was overweight. I was very stocky. I played a lot of sports. So I was, you know, athletic, but I always had like, big boobs and stuff like that. So, I always looked like I was overweight. I mean, I got a little overweight there, like after college. I gained some weight, but I was living on the road. I was eating out a lot, and it was just, not good. Yes, trip pants. Yes, yes, I actually do remember trip pants. Yeah, I didn't really care though. That's the thing. I didn't really just didn't care. I mean, I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was like 17. So, and he was younger than me, which is weird. Katie, this journey does make you feel crazy. And honestly, if you feel like you're crazy, you're probably a twin flame. Yeah, no, really. Sometimes, yeah. But I mean, honestly, everybody's a twin flame. It's just not everybody has their counterpart. You're a 43-year-old Omega male. She makes you feel like a bitch. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's not funny. Well, you may need to bring out your alpha, man. Does your divine feminine make you feel like an alpha? Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, the faux pants. Ah. Yes. Okay. When I was in Dark Night of the Soul, guys, it wasn't funny. I actually had. I think I had 2 or 3. Like the initial one that I had was after Catalyst moment, and it hit me immediately. It was like as soon as he was out the door, it hit me immediately. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm losing my mind," because I was completely not in character with myself at all. Like, just I didn't know who I was. I completely went off this other realm of my personality I didn't even know existed. And so it really triggered a lot in me. And then what it was doing though is it was forcing me to recognize that I was not happy in my situation. I hadn't been happy in my situation for a really long time. I had been just living, going through the motions, living day to day. And so, and then after that, I started having the dreams, man. The dreams were every night. And I was like, I don't know what's happening to me. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like there were days at work that I was just like, I was like crying, like, because I didn't know what was happening to me. And then, one thing kind of led me to another. And then, it kind of basically started watching twin flame videos because I was watching tarot. I've always been into tarot, and I watched a couple of tarot readings, which I'd never watched on YouTube before. I didn't know that was a thing. And then they kept saying twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. I'm like, well, what the heck is a twin flame? And then I started reading up on that. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what this is. That's why I can't shake this. I can't get rid of this. I can't make it go away. I can't, smoke it away or whatever it was. I can't get rid of it. So yeah, Dark Night of the Soul, man, I'm telling you. Yes, I remember Pogs. I remember they were cool for like a week. And like I got like a kit of Pogs, and as soon as I got Pogs, they were not cool anymore. It was kind of like, oh, well, that sucks. Um, um, Twin Flame received your telepathic message. I mean, there's a knowing. There's an inner knowing there. Um, I guarantee you, if you sent them a message, they have received it in one way or another. Yeah, CPN, it's hard to do. Yeah, exactly, Rose. It completely switched me. I'm a completely different person. It's ridiculous. I've lost 80 pounds too, CPN. Good for you. So proud of you. Oh gosh, Anna, I'm sorry. No, no, I don't, Jessica. I don't feel that that is the template for every set of twins. No. Yes, Nomo, this is true. My karmic is definitely in that category. Although I do feel he's also an empath in a way. He's like a distorted empath. And I'm pretty sure he's a divine feminine, and I've told him this already. No, I don't know. Honestly, Nomo, that's something you're gonna have to figure out, because honestly, there are times I feel like my divine masculine is also a narcissist, but in reality, he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions at all. So a lot of times, you can a lot of times as an empath, sometimes you like distorted empath, you can come off as narcissistic because it's like you're trying so hard to not let things affect you that you project. Does that make sense? Hi, Melissa. Hi. Julie. Yeah, I've been back and forth in that doubt as well. And Katie, D Knots is Dark Night of the Soul. You were going to abduct her? What? She didn't call the cops on you. Did she call the cops on you, bro? I find that funny for a couple of reasons. I may share that with you guys someday. I may not. Oh, God. Exactly, Michelle. Yes, that may be part of the lesson that they need to learn. I hear you, Dana. There are days that I want it not to be. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like feeling trapped. I don't like feeling like I can't move on from something. I don't like feeling like I can't release something, because honestly, I don't hold on to things. I don't like to. It's painful. And so when I couldn't release this, that was the big tip off for me. I was like, why can't I release this? Why won't this go away? Make it go away. It is possible, Tracy, absolutely, especially if they've turned off that channel. Sorry, it keeps skipping. And it could be you resisting, absolutely. Nancy, I'm not sure. I mean, that may be the next topic. That appeared to be the second most popular, so I may do that next time. Yeah, exactly, Nomo. Exactly. It's a distorted empath. In a big ass mirror, yeah. Yes, Michelle. Actually, I had an epiphany on this because I noticed okay. I started getting into like I've always been into history and I love stuff like that. I love literature. But I noticed that a lot of the movies and the series that I was watching were twin flame related and I had been watching them for years and it just clicked to me the other day. That is really really funny you mentioned that actually. Yeah, I would like to think the same CPM for my divine masculine, but I honestly feel like he really does not like himself at all right now. Yes, trauma can make them feel that way, absolutely. Yes, there's a lot of stuff healing going on right now. Oh, Anna, that's awesome. Ah, buenos dias. Dobar dan. Oh, you're a Scorpio? That's interesting. My divine feminine, like my Juno is actually in Scorpio, even though I'm a Pisces. So I do come off as a Scorpio a lot. I also have a Scorpio Mars, so don't mess with me, you know? um yeah, they do that, Kara. Oh, thank you, F. That's interesting, really. How do you know that? That your feminines are in a line, but your masculine egos clash. And has she told you you can't rush in and claim the prize? Yeah, I love classic literature, guys. I know, I'm not gonna lie, Jane Austen's my favorite. People take her way too seriously. She's actually sardonic and sarcastic, and it's kind of like Shakespeare. People take Shakespeare way too seriously. He was basically like a troll. If you think about it, he was making fun of society and the upper class, and that's exactly what Jane Austen did. So actually, they're very similar, and they people take them way too seriously. Um, Aw, Kara, that's where you and I differ. uh, yeah, CPN. They do that. It's an insecurity thing. It's an insecurity thing. Okay. Some of them don't know why they do it. Aw, I'm sorry, Ashley. Yeah, well, just keep sending him love and believe it or not, forgiveness. Okay. Oh, Kara, that's interesting because actually, my Mars is in Scorpio. My divine masculine's Mars is in Taurus. That's interesting. Yes, exactly, soul mission. Send love. Yeah, my divine masculine lives with his karmic as well. Yes, there's oh my gosh. Okay, so don't even get me started on Romeo and Juliet, okay? That is basically that is actually a comedy. It is not supposed to be a romance or a tragedy. It's actually a comedy. Yes, exactly, Michelle, absolutely. Yes, Jeanette, yes, absolutely. In my experience, I have found that every single ascension that I go through, the 5D communication just levels up. It gets more and more and more intense. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sometimes I don't remember, but it's like I still feel the energy. It's like I know he was there. It's like because I still feel the energy when I wake up. Actually, Ashley, that's interesting because that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so I know we've talked about this before. I know you guys have probably heard this before about how the divine feminine leads in the 5D, divine masculine leads in the 3D. So, divine feminine's job is to basically anchor the union, anchor the connection in the 5D, in the astral, in the spiritual realm. Divine masculine's job is to anchor the union, the connection in the 3D. So when we talk about the divine feminine leads in the 5D, it's because the 5D leads. You have to set. Okay. So when we talk about what you see is what you get, how you bring things into you, how you can control your reality because of the, of your energies and your thoughts, that's 5D. That's basically what you see is what you get. Okay. So if divine feminine leads in the 5D and she starts ascending, she starts moving into her spiritual path. What that does is it triggers divine masculine to move in the 3D. Does that make sense? Oh. Oh, I skipped. Yeah, it could be F. A lot of movies, actually, if you go back and look at a lot of movies, especially romances, most of them are about twin flames. She's a Hooters waitress. You're a Leo, huh? Interesting. I can't today. I just can't. Okay, so if you're going through ascension, common symptoms usually are okay. I don't know if you've ever like been in a room and then all of a sudden it's like the lights are just too bright, or like you just can't focus, or like you just feel like you just are floating. Like you're there physically, but you're not there mentally. That's definitely an ascension symptom. Headaches, increased sensitivity to light, sound, ringing in the ears, not being able to sleep, vivid dreams. Sometimes even being like actually sick. Does that make sense? Like actually having like being sick. Okay. Oh gosh, it skipped again. I'm so sorry, guys. Hang on, hang on. Yes, thank you, Nikki. Like, share, subscribe, please. Yeah, sometimes you gotta cut it off. And that may be all you need, Jeanette, okay? Yes, and oh my gosh, anxiety, panic attacks, things like that. I get those sometimes when I'm going through ascension. A couple of my favorite twin flame movies. Um, Eye of the Beholder is probably one of my favorites. I mean, that is very, very much the runner chaser. I mean, you're even talking about like extreme obsession, like watching from a distance, loving someone even though they're doing bad things. That right there is probably one of my favorite twin flame movies. It's actually a book. It's actually a book first, but it's a good movie. It is highlighted in the Bible, and actually, I mean, I touched on this before. Christ was actually a divine masculine. Mary Magdalene was his divine feminine. Oh, he's a Leo, huh? Yeah, my divine masculine is a Leo. I got a lot of Leos in my collective. Ha, Nikki, yeah. Yeah, I can't either. I mean, I can wear spray, but I can't wear perfume. Wow, Jessica, yes. Okay. Yes. Um, oh gosh, no, yeah, I hate when you see them with their karmics. That happens to me sometimes. His karmic has come to me in dreams before, but she's only there if he's there. Um, but honestly, it like I said, it's the energy that you feel. You feel their energy, yeah. Yep. Change of taste buds, yes. Oh my gosh. Jealousy. I mean, we can talk about that. I feel like that would kind of go under karmic situations possibly, but we can also talk about, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like runner chaser and obsession and how to deal with that. Honestly, if it drains you, Rose, it can drain you. Moulin Rouge is a great one too. Yeah, Amanda, I know a lot of Leos. Oh my god. Okay, so I know more Leos than probably any other sign. The only other sign that comes close is Capricorn. My karmic is a Capricorn. My daughter is also a Capricorn. Really weird though. But I am surrounded by Leos as well. CPN, like everywhere I go, just Leos. Leos everywhere. It's skipped. Oh really? Shatea, yeah, mine was too. Every night. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up here in just a few minutes. But I want to go through and make sure I'm not missing any questions. So if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and put them. Oh gosh. I mean, we can talk about running chasing. I think the next one we're going to talk about is the karmic situations. Leo and Pisces, that's it. See, Capricorn, Leo, and Pisces is like constantly in my area. Like that is crazy. Ah, yeah, refocus. Don't focus on that stuff. Yeah, Taco Bell. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, stop skipping. Oh my God. Insomnia. Honestly, I meditate myself to sleep now. That has helped me with my insomnia greatly. A gift from the Leo energy. Yes. Well, most Leos think they're God's gift to nature, or God's gift to everybody. So don't take offense, Leos. You know it's true. I remember asking a friend of mine who was a Leo. We were talking about the different signs that we like and dislike just as fun, and the male and female signs are differently, and she's Leo, right? And I told her, so I want you to tell me what your favorite sign is. And I looked at her and said, and it cannot be Leo, it cannot be your own sign. She's like, dang it, how did you know? I was like, because Leo's gonna be like, well, of course my favorite one's Leo. Yes, I found like with Ascension, I'm like craving unhealthy foods, and I really need to watch that. Yes, set the intention before you sleep for sure. Songo, I actually touched on that earlier in the video if you want to go back. Yeah, I have a playlist that I play that's specifically for meditation, that helps to heighten, whatever is coming through. I used to be on keto, Katie. I've kind of fallen away from that, and I just kind of eat what I want. I just don't overindulge because I've lost pretty much all the weight that I want to lose at this point. Now I'm just trying to, you know, tone and maintain. Pineapple on pizza. No, it's no. Yeah, a lot of them are surrendering. They have no choice. Oh, stop skipping. Yeah, we can talk about ascension and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, I'll probably do another poll um for some stuff that I haven't already put a poll on. Um and if I tell you what, in the comments when this video is actually uploaded and you can actually put comments on it, if you guys want to put in the comments other topics that you would like to see, I'm just going to try to put a list together and we'll get to all of them eventually, okay? What do you need help with, Johan? Yeah, ghosting's so awesome, man. Don't you love when they do that? Oh, it's okay, no problem. Soul mission. It depends. I mean, I don't know what you're asking as far as the catalyst goes, Rhonda. Are you talking about the catalyst, like the catalyst moment, the moment of your awakening, or what are you talking about? Hey, you got to do what you got to do, CPN. Yeah, The Witcher's a good game, yo. Oh, God. Yeah, we're all crazy, apparently. Yep. Agreed, Nikki. And of course, exercising, and I belly dance. That's how I do it. But I mean, exercising is a great way to stay grounded. Meditation, Sarah. Meditation. You know, that's interesting, Dana. One of my strongest soul connections that I have is with one of my best friends that I've known since I was 15. We are exactly 1 week apart. He is 1 week older than me, so we are both Pisces. We still actually communicate with each other like not regularly, but it's like we'll stop talking and then we'll talk again like nothing happened. Like we were always, like the last time I met with him was in October. He's marrying a Leo, by the way, who I'm pretty sure is his twin flame as well. I'm pretty sure he's a divine feminine. But we've always had a really interesting soul connection. So that's interesting you say that. It's not killing you, Rhonda. I know it feels that way. But just try to keep yourself grounded. I highly recommend if you're looking for some good education on twin flames and how to deal with certain things. I would definitely check out Jupiter 1111. If you're not sure how to meditate, check out Happy Twins 1111. She has a video on how to meditate. It's too boring to be normal. Yeah, so definitely guys put in the comments on this video once it's uploaded and ready to go. You guys want to put like your topics on what you would like to see next, just let me know. That would be awesome. No, please don't. Don't suicide. Please don't. You'll have to come back and do this again. More than one awakening? I would say no. It's really like an awakening process. It's like you go through a little bit and then it stops and then you kind of acclimate and then you go through a little bit more and you stop and you acclimate and then you go through more. It's kind of like ascension. Does that make sense? That's interesting, Rhonda. Tracy, that's really up to you. I've gotten to the point where, I mean, I don't really pull in the 5D as much as I used to. Best way to strengthen 5D communication is to strengthen and keep your channel clear. Keep your third eye and your head chakra clear, but you also want to keep yourself grounded. So I definitely would do like meditation exercises on contacting your twin. Oh gosh, it keeps skipping, guys. This is ridiculous. Yes, Divine Unisouls also has great inner child workshop stuff. So go check her out as well. Honestly, Ashley, it just depends on the person. I have no idea. I feel like this ascension process is never going to end. So, yeah, send love to Johan, okay? He needs help. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because we've been going for over an hour. Does anybody have any last minute questions, concerns, comments, anything they want to say? Any suggestions? Oh my gosh, Stephanie, that's so funny that you said that because yeah, my hair has been like, meh. I'm like shedding, man. It's horrible. Oh yeah, more than once for sure. I don't even know how many I've had at this point. I've kind of lost count. Yeah. Yeah, let's definitely have more talks like this, guys. I really would like to make this a regular thing. I think this is really good. Yes, Katie, all the time. And it's 1:11 here, Soul Mission. So, hey. Yeah, the tingles, man. The tingles is crazy. That's when I usually know that I'm getting a sign, is I'll get the tingles. Wigs galore. Yes, 111 on 2 20. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, this was definitely fun. We'll definitely do this again next week, and I guess we'll do. I guess everybody's wanting to do the karmic partners or karmic situations next. So we will do that next. And like I said, once this is uploaded and you're able to post comments, go ahead and leave a comment on what you'd like to see going forward that hasn't already been mentioned, like in the communities tab. And no, I've pretty much gone through my awakening. I'm just going through ascensions at this point. So, oh, you're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you're watching the Super Bowl, I guess, have fun. Drink something for me because I'm not drinking. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a great day.